Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Headspace Podcast. This is the show where we break down the new hip-hop albums track by track. Woo! Today, we're talking about A AP Ferg, Floor Seats. My name is Holden, Stephan, Roy, and this is...
Chris Crow.
All right, everybody. It's been a while. I'm back, so I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling refreshed. Like, you know, the kind of refresh that comes from not doing something for 2 weeks and then returning to it. Yeah. Anyway, on that note, this is the show where we break down the new hip-hop albums track by track. And as you could tell, we're going to be talking about A AP Ferg. And that has a $sign instead of an S, just in case you were not aware.
$sign.
And that's the branding of this. I believe it's the ASAP mob is what they're called, or their whole little group. So they're all ASAPs. There's the Rocky and the Ferg and the other ones. Anyway, so all that to say, he dropped the album Floor Seats on August 16th. 2019, and we're recording this today on August 17th, 2019. So it's been out for a day, and we're going to run you through it track by track, give our thoughts and opinions. I already said that. We care a lot about your comments, though, and we recognize we're not professionals by any means. We understand the situation of who we are and who we're talking about and all that good stuff. So we care a lot about your comments and your feedbacks. And if you feel inclined to say anything to correct us, to add some extra context to set shit out, it'd be super cool. And to show you we always care a lot, I'd like to read our favorite comment off of last week's video. And Chris, what album did you review last week?
Last week I reviewed Merce's album.
And what's it called?
The Iliad is Dead and the Odyssey is Over, featuring Ninth Wonder and Soul Council.
Yeah, and on that, Ismail Gadamsi commented, I suggest Chris listen to good music and Murs rule the world. They are hyper, than this album.
I did comment back. I said I was going to throw them into my weekly rotation this week.
Yes, because Chris did do that. So yeah, if you make the effort to comment, we'll make the effort to reach out back to you. On that note, before we jump into the episode, I want to give a quick shout out to our patrons at the beginning while you're still watching. That's Ismail Gadamsi, Chris Prado, Jonathan Barnes, DJ Black Hurricane, Lindell Williams, and the new guy, Mr. Coney Sparks. On that note, I think it's time to get into it. Chris, why don't you tell the YouTube algorithmic robot scanning this video with the voice-to-text recognition for keywords, tell them what album review we are doing today. Who is the album review that... Oh, sorry, no, I'm going too far. I know.
So for Headspace episode 137,
it is a
we
lot.
went with A AP Ferg's new album, Floor Seats.
Pro tip, put your computer on mute when you start recording. That is the album we're going with. Why? Because Chief Keef didn't drop the album today, and we're just waiting so much so for Chief Keef because somebody requested in the comments, and I liked the last Claytoven, whatever Chief Keef album that we did. That was really fun. Anyway, that was a good time. So I saw A AP Ferg dropped, and it was 9 tracks, and I was like, you know what sounds fun? Not doing a 16-song, really long album on my first week back. And I said, this looks perfect. And I'll be honest with you, because this is going to be the part of the show where we contextualize how familiar we are with the artist, so that you get an idea of where we're coming at it. Because if you've been down with the ASAP squad since the beginning of the ASAP squad, you're going to maybe appreciate or love or hate this album in a certain way. Whereas if you're like me, and all you know about A AP Ferg prior to this is that he's friends with A$AP Rocky, and
Shaba.
Then he did the thing with the Juicy J song, you know, ride with the mob, come to Hala, check in with me. No, that's what you know. This is what I know. That one song. And then he has Sucker Dick or something. Yeah, and he taught me what a plain Jane watch was. And he taught me that a plain Jane watch retains value better than the uglier version covered in diamonds and stuff. That's my opinion. You might like the diamonds. So I was very grateful to A AP Ferg for making a song about keeping watches in a more valuable state. And honestly, in my opinion, a more attractive state. Plus, the way he jacked that Juicy J song and paid homage to it, it was cool. It was fun. It was like an enjoyable experience. And then I didn't hear anything about him until this moment, really. And now we're here, and A AP Ferg dropped this 9-track experience. What about you, Chris? You clearly know more of the Ferg, the Fergie Ferg.
Well, when A$AP Rocky came out and the whole A$AP mob was starting to happen, I knew the whole thing. Like, that was a lot of people in my like my friend groups and people I used to associate with. They were all following that. So I've known who A$AP Ferg is since like the beginning. but I've never personally followed any of his projects per se. I've always liked him on features. I've always liked just when I see him in videos and it's just his attitude and the way he kind of goes about things. I did recently stumble upon an interview with him. I don't know with who or what, but I was like late at night watching YouTube. So I did watch, and I knew that he was making a project. I just didn't know it was this one, and but I knew something was coming from him just because. Yeah, you mentioned he went quiet a little bit, so I kind of knew something was on his way.
I just said I didn't know anything.
Right. But I've never actually listened to a full A AP Ferg album, period. So this is my first run through with him.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot more to say about it. The album's called Floor Seats, which mixed with that image I think is cool because Floor Seats gives you the sense of success. I heard the song. I can't now not think about the song. You picture some fucking floor seats at the side of the court and being successful enough now to get those.
Right.
And then you look at this picture of him and he looks fresh in the what he's dressed as, you know, in the suit with no shirt, with some bling on, lying on like this stoop, which is kind of like on the floor. And that's like his floor seats. You know, it's almost like these are the floor seats to his life.
Yep.
And I thought that was cool.
I like the contrast between kind of like, now it doesn't look like the richest place that he's chilling at in the picture, but it doesn't look like the most poorest place either. I don't know. But I like how he looks
definitely could use some painting.
But I like how he looks super like just bossed up. And he's still kind of chilling in that background, kind of like, even though I'm here on my level, I still come from this type of lifestyle in a little bit. So that was something I thought it was cool. But it's pretty simple. Like it's really just a simple cover. I think that I may forget it in a couple months. Like it's not one of the ones that I'm like, oh, I remember that on the spot. But I guess it does the job.
Guess what the first song on the album is?
Floor Seats.
It's the title track, Chris. You know what the name of the album is?
Floor Seats.
It's called Floor Seats.
Floor Seats.
Lot of dicks, getting caught up in a mix. Hollywood, same chicks. Didn't know that.
This song is quite the way to start an album.
I agree.
So I'm gonna say I like the beat's outro. The outro of the song when the beat just plays for a bit. It's pretty good.
All right.
The sound that basically is the entire beat with some fucking trap drums is not my favorite. It's not. I'm not gonna lie. I just had to get that out of the way.
Fair.
Sorry, Rufio, who made the beat. I think
it does make a good intro.
No,
I do think that
if I don't enjoy listening to the fucking song, then it doesn't make a good intro.
I think it makes a good intro.
It only makes a good intro if it's a good fucking song.
All right.
That was the whole beat, was the fucking siren and then the drums, and then like it just the beat, the woo noise would stop, and we'd just start again, and then it would stop, and it would just start again, and it never went away, and then the song ended, and even in that outro part, it was still there. So I'm just like, I guess, like you're right. If it was like the first 12 seconds of the album, and then it went into
that's what I'm saying. Just in an intro, like just as the song was starting, because I really liked like,
kind of the intro,
that whole that anthem feel to it.
So you're right. I get the aesthetic, and it did achieve that noise. And I bet there are some people out there who really fucking love that sound. I mean, it's kind of like what Nicki Minaj did with that really whiny, piercy beat she did. Some people liked it, some people didn't. Maybe I'm just getting old, and my old man self doesn't like that shit. Either way, what do you think about this track?
I think it does. I think it was everything I expected from Ferg. Like, it literally kind of just felt to me like not that I've heard this per se, but I've heard enough verses to be like, oh, Ferg did what he does. For me, for verse 1, you know, he kind of starts off like floor seats for the Knicks, couple models blow a kiss. They don't even want to lick up on the...
Yeah.
I done made a couple hits.
Hold on. Can we stop for a second? It really does cut like that, and he does not say dick. He says yeah, and that is absolutely the best part of the entire song because it was really cool the way he actually... Because you're expecting him to just say dick, and then he doesn't. So he kind of catches you off guard for a second, but in a really creative way. And that's one of the only times I feel I can go that far with calling what he did creative. Because you're right. That's kind of the tone. It's very blunt. It's to the fact. It's anthemic. It's statement-like. But it doesn't feel like it's reinventing any wheels here to me.
I do like a line when he goes, getting caught up in the mix, Hollywood, same chicks. I feel like he's just kind of addressing how now that he's kind of rich, but the women are still the same, which I don't know. I think that's kind of cool that he kind of sees it that way. Like he hasn't let any of this type of fame or glamour kind of change him a little bit. So that was something I did like, but it seemed very simple in a way. Like, I'm rich, this is where I'm at, women want to fuck me, and I'm really, really dope.
Massage with her tits, hit the gram with a pic, whole computer catch a glitch. See, the cleverness of that bar is the power of the titties, and the Instagram picture broke the computer. It's like, it's all right.
I mean, it makes sense. I think it's cool because it's relatable. Because like, well, hold on. I say relatable in terms of like social media taking over, like getting views and clicks and stuff like that. Clout chasing.
Can we just talk about how awful the chorus sounds?
I don't like the chorus.
It just sounds like, I don't use this very often on this podcast because I try very hard to stay positive and look for the best in everything. But the more I listen to that chorus, the worse it gets. And I don't know who chose to pitch shift effect that, but for the record, that's basically auto-tune as far as effects go. It might not be literally auto-tune, but
I think it would have been cooler.
You can't call that cool if you shit on auto-tune. But it's more like, what the fuck happened here? Get a singer, do something. This was just like, because the lyrics were actually pretty cool. We all grinding for the floor seats. Now all the pretty girls, they know me. I'm on Jumbotron, can't ignore me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot, hoes all on me. It's basically what he's doing here. He's on a Jumbotron, you can't ignore me because he's on the floor seats and he's exciting. Woo, he's Drake in Toronto. What? But like, for real, this track doesn't bring anything to the table except for this general, I'm rich, life's kind of cool, girls want to fuck attitude.
I do admit that it's kind of hype. Like, it does have like an energetic hype feel to it.
I can see how it can be hype simply because I understand the movie made with the beat and I understand the aesthetic he's going for. But for me, the beat's a miss, the chorus is a miss. And I don't know. I don't even think I rated it low enough. I'm going to give it a 4 because I understand that it's like well made based on the technicalities of mixing is excellent. The performance of A AP Ferg is proper, but like, I don't feel creativity or passion in this song. It just feels like very by the numbers in a way I'm not a big fan of.
Fair enough. I think that's kind of why the same reason why I gave it a 4 is just I did bump to it. I did enjoy it. I did play it like 3-4 times on the walk here just to kind of really get into the vibe of it, and I do like it.
My 4s are bad normally. I barely give 4s. Chris gives lower than 4 frequently.
But I feel like there isn't it. Like I said, it was exactly what I expected. It didn't sound like anything new. It didn't sound like a lot of content or not. It was like, all right, dope song, really cool, but you've done this on features. Not to shit on him or anything. I do respect what he can do. I do like the flows. I do enjoy when he kind of changes his tone on certain words in the verses. But I also left it at a 4.
All right. Well, another aspect that's different than floor seats to being a wealthy elite in life is to have frequent jet lag from flying places. So I realized pretty quick at this point that lyrics and lyricism might not be quite the focus of Mr. A AP Ferg. What I mean is, sit lean backed, we got a lot of chips, got jet lag cause I'm flyer than a bitch, sit bag, got a lot of drip, got jet lag cause I'm flyer than a bitch.
I want to give him credit that sit lean back and lean bag, the way he does it
rhymes
and really sounds like really, really cool when he does it.
But like, when you think about it, you're kind of like,
we just kind of came off this.
It's pretty straightforward. There's not a lot to actually go deeper. It's just, okay, it sounds nice.
Well, I mean, even just the verses, right? Rolling down the window, got 2 Asians with me. Living fast life, my uncle praying for me. People losing the game, this shit is fail to me. See them turning on their brothers, shit like Frito to me. I mean, I lose that line because I like how he's addressing that people are kind of acting like snakes and being fake, but it just kind of sounds like, you know, I'm out here chilling with women, doing what I gotta do, living a fast life, and everyone else is just kind of not doing it right.
Yeah, I mean, and like, here's the thing. It's got the right vibe, but it feels very by the numbers to me. And I feel like it's extremely well made in that regard. But again, I'm feeling like A AP Ferg is really just in this for the money. He's making some banger shit based on what he thinks is going to sell. It's really just about money. It's really just about getting more for himself. And it's funny because I was listening to Currency earlier today as I recorded that. It's out on the channel if you want to check out the review. One of the things I remarked that I really liked about him was how it was about his team. It was about building up for his children. There was like more to it than him. But like when we come to this song, it's like made a lot of millions off of a plain Jane. Pen and Billy on the track, we do the same thing. You know, so yeah, we're going to make more money on this song. Rose gold, pink diamonds in my ring. Got a bitch from Crenshaw. She gang bang.
I like that. I want pink diamonds in my ring.
Okay. I mean, okay. But, like, all things considered, it's not that fascinating to listen to. It's just kind of flows and flosses. And it's just kind of, okay. Put a work in. You know, like, looking awry. Diamonds blinging. Call me Rachai. I'm like, okay.
I like the energy he's bringing to
it. I guess.
I like listening to it in terms of just like when you're out running, when you're like cleaning the house, or when you're.
We have to have the honest conversation. Is there not like 1,000 better versions of this track to go to?
I'm not disputing that,
and that's why I'm giving this a 4. Because it's in. Yeah, this came on, and I never had like. Let's say my phone was in my pocket, and it would require effort to go into my pocket to change the song. I'd probably let the song play. But if the phone was in my hand, I would absolutely hit next.
Okay, so what if it was like, okay, because I get the pocket, but here's a question. Your phone is on the table on speaker, and you're like playing Skyrim.
Well, that's a weird scenario because I have better tech than that. But I would absolutely change the song if it could do it lazily.
Okay, so you're going to actually stop what you're doing to change the track.
If the phone was here, and I'm like here... escape button, but if I had to get up, no, I wouldn't do it.
Okay,
but like it's not bad, but it's just also not like memorable. Like it's just another song that sounds like this in the wealth of millions of songs that sound like this.
I do like the second verse. He kind of felt like he had just more fun on it. I like how he's just kind of enjoying what he's doing, which really gave that energy. So that was cool. But what I kind of got already is like we're about to get an album full of just vibes, like not really anything, not anything super solid.
That's exactly what it is.
It's just a bunch of vibes, a bunch of feeling type of ways.
Even if that's the case, and sure, there is something to be said about the way he rhymes it.
Right.
It comes down to it. There's just better versions of this out there. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, why would you... This is something, I guess, that comes up a lot when people have their favorite rappers that they listen to in abundance. They go, why would I bother listening to something that's less good than what I freaking like, you know?
Well, I do like when he goes, I got chips with a lot of drip coming by the load. Prada trench, too legit, $30,000 coat.
Why? But like...
Hold on. Tiffany give me diamonds, that's all different kind of glow. Yeah, I got bitches like Frankie Lyman, that's different kind of hoe. Came a long way, used to try to work at Club Monaco. The reason why I like that is just how... Because I do know that the ASAP boys, they like always been into fashion, always wanting to be like the new kids on the block that have like the newest shit. So I do like how he's.
How does that make these rhymes better?
I'm not saying they're making it better. I'm just saying I like how he's staying true to like just himself. Like he's just like, I'm out here spending the $30,000 on this coat, but this is like the next fucking thing to beat a wave. Like I'm ahead of the game. I like that type of. I like how he's just.
I just find it as boring as when everyone else in the world does it.
Fair.
It doesn't make it, and it's not even that good. It's just like a shopping list.
I'm not saying
Prada trench. It's too legit. $30,000 coat. Tiffany gave me some diamonds. That's a different kind of glow. Got bitches like Frankie Lyman. That's a different kind of hoe. Came a long way. He used to work at Club Monaco. Like, it's not like fucking invigorating or anything. It's just, all right. That's why it's a 4. It's not fucking bad. It's just, okay. There's way better music out there.
I gave it a 4.2 because I like the beat.
And the beat's alright.
Just on the beat to be a little bit better.
Okay.
And it was more hype. So.
Anyway, they're gonna wham that dislike video button on this one.
Up the dome, no Sharpie. Working out, looking like a Barbie.
MadeinTYO Tokyo. MadeinTYO is a stupid name. Thank you. We got it out of the way. I just had to say it. Just, if you're called Made in Tokyo, fucking say Made in Tokyo. What is MadeinTYO?
Is this MadeinTYO? Is this? I don't know.
It's Wham featuring Made in Tokyo. I looked it up. MadeinTYO is pronounced as Made in Tokyo.
Because I know we had this conversation last time.
I looked it up when I was reviewing it to make sure this was Made in Tokyo. It's still a stupid name. If we've had this conversation again, I guarantee the next time this name comes up, I'm going to feel the same way. A AP Ferg is a fine name. It's clicky. It's cool. Made in Tokyo is a weird name. I don't get it. I don't mean that I don't get it. I mean, why did you stylize it like that? It's just... Anyway. What do you think about diss track?
I think it's consistent with the last two we've listened to.
It's way better.
It is better in terms of not even, I don't even think lyrically it's way better. I think it's just more fun, more hype, more vibey. The beat though is better. I do enjoy. But I mean, everything kind of just follows suit the way that we've already been getting it. So, verse 1.
Well, at least he has fucking clever but really basic lines.
I do agree, but I mean, it's not like we haven't gone off the I'm king
Chris,
shit.
He's going off the dome, no Sharpie, because a Sharpie is a marker used to write things down.
I mean, yeah, working out looking like a Barbie. That's right, Ken.
That's a fucking weird flex.
Better not Playboy like Cardi. I like that.
Is that hold on? The Playboy Cardi line's fine, but still kind of whatever. Is he saying that he's trying to look like Barbie or that the girl's trying to look like Barbie? Because it kind of sounds like the way he words it that he's trying to look like Barbie.
No, it's him.
Why is he trying to
everything
look like...
up off the table? I'm starving. See ya, homie. Ball, Steve Harvey.
I know. Why are you trying to look like Barbie? Is what I'm trying to say.
Nah, he's really because Ken is a Barbie.
Working out, looking like a Barbie.
Barbie is her name.
That's right, Ken.
But like,
it's a Barbie doll, and then he's the Ken doll.
Yes.
That's a whack line. You're also
Ferg,
getting
I'm trying
smoked.
to defend you here.
Bob Marley. Are you serious? It's like, what is the most basic freaking punchline we can put
This ain't no game, no Atari.
For real, I've heard that
Lay
lyric.
moving bad like Kentucky Derby. I like that. I like
Made in Tokyo's hook. The way Made in Tokyo sings the hook, I find confident.
The hook was...
But it sounds like what it's supposed to be. Like, it fits. It really does. And the way Ferg raps really fits. Everything really fits.
I do like how Made in Tokyo goes, Ferg, tell Jacob that I need a watch. You know the ones with the color ice drops we get in money, taking bags, check my material, I'm hella fresh. Like, I like how Made in Tokyo used this song and was like, yo, tell him to hook me up. Like, kind of was like, do something more than just kind of putting me on the track.
Yes, and then A AP Ferg does the second verse where, okay, he talks about people he hangs out with.
Just got the keys to the mansion. Diamonds like Chris Brown dancing.
Yeah, it's fine. It's boring.
Wonder why my bitch
I give this song a
4.25. Golf course
it's not that good, man. It's just... Okay, Chris, stop. This verse is fine. The song is fine. I just feel like this is not like the most... Like, if I don't think about the lyrics, I like it more.
Fair.
So I'm giving it a 4.25 because if I don't think about the lyrics at all, I could really vibe to this one.
Crew left me.
Shut up, Chris. What are you giving it?
4.1 on 5. 4.1 on 5. It was... I did like it, but I don't think that... I didn't like the beat as much as the last one. The last one has a really good beat. But this just kind of felt... the same. It didn't I'm on the same boat. Like, I'm on just the same wave right now. It's right. I don't know.
Sometimes when you have chemotherapy and go bald, you need to wear some wigs.
Wig gonna flow, wig gonna flow, wig gonna flow.
This, everyone, is the official remix to the song Wigs. And this time we get Asian Doll. And as we were listening through with this album, Bonnie was in the room with us. She was not a fan of anything until we got to these particular lyrics. I hop on a dick like a choo-choo train. And then Bonnie was like, okay, this is good. This I can feel. So I just want to throw it out there. Asian Da Brat was Bonnie's favorite part of the album.
Asian doll.
Asian doll. It said Asian Da Brat in fucking Genius, and I was reading and not thinking, okay? Sometimes that happens. Anyway.
How'd you like the song?
The song's got a nice bouncy, bumpy. I just picture booty shaking. I picture some twerking. I like it way better than the version with Antha and City Girls. That version was inferior to the one with Asian Doll or whatever, in my opinion. Is Asian Da Brat? Why does Genius say Asian Da Brat and fucking Spotify say Asian Doll? Did she change her name? I don't know. Either way. I mean, Ferg's verse is whatever. I got her twerking like a champ, hang with nothing but winners. Wig on the floor, her head is picking up splinters. All these bitches badder than Dennis the Menace. I got E-Man and Radley turning up to the splinter. This her first time I started, she got booty and dinner. Hope tonight the bartender turn into the stripper. I mean, like, it's just one of those songs where I just picture girls' booties going. And then what I would really like to see is for the lady to bend over and put her wig on the floor so that she's in this position and then her booty's over here and it is doing all, and this is the floor, and the booty's doing the wiggles, and that's very fun to watch. So in regards to that, I appreciate where this song's coming from, in the sake that I happen to enjoy it when women twerk.
I mean, I do enjoy the stripper club vibe.
Otherwise, this song is meant for fucking lap dances. And when Asian Dikir whatever comes on, and she's fine. But, like, it's really just, like, you know, when it's payday, every day we go cray, shout out day, spending blue face, he gonna eat this ass and watch it up in Blu-ray, bands in my purse, deuce in my D-cup, pussy juice, scare that quick hiccup.
I like that,
she's more fun to me to listen to than ASAP Ferg was, but I can't be like she's cleverer, but really her whole point is I'm gonna fuck him and he's gonna love my pussy, and she's, I guess, gonna make it shake and let her wig touch the floor, or she wants to watch somebody's wig touch the floor. Either way, that's the premise of the song: sex and twerking and whatnot, and over a bouncy, fun beat. All things considered, I do think it's pretty enjoyable to listen to, so I gave it a 4.25 on 5.
I mean, it's cool. I like the different type of flows. I do like Asian Doll's flow on here. She was really, for a first, I guess, introduction to her, she was really impressive. But the song itself, it still just kind of carried this, like, more of this hype, having fun type of energy. So I did enjoy that. I did enjoy, how Ferg is keeping it consistent. Man, I hardly wear... I did like when he goes, man, I hardly wear my chains. I just hate the attention. I should put him into MoMA for our exhibition. I like the idea that he doesn't want attention.
For the record, she changed her name to Asian Da Brat from Asian Doll.
All right. I do like that idea that he was bringing out. And then follows up, on the 2000 Luke, in case you didn't peep the vision, pop it, work different, shake it, this intermission. Like, it's just, for me, it was another Ferg is doing what Ferg does. But I was really impressed with Asian Da Brat, I guess it is. Okay. So I was impressed with her verse. I left it with a 4.1.
All right. I guess that's the end of it. And sometimes when y'all shaking it, the next move is to get butt naked.
Shoot. She got the mean glutes. I put her right in my coupe. Come on. We don't make it to the...
I don't think we've changed subjects very much here. But this one has a little more of that obvious cleverness from Mr. Ferg. I know you feel that adrenaline. And let's be honest, this beat's pretty banger. It's pretty popping. I do feel like it's a good energy to it. It instantly stands out. It's almost like you kind of, you pick it up. That's how it was for me. Like, I peeked up. Like, this is kind of interesting.
I think this is the song Bonnie heard.
And maybe this is the one. Maybe she liked Rico Nasty better.
Because I remember her going, what is this? And we both said the name.
Yeah,
so I think it was
this.
Yeah.
They flashing their titties. I'm on the stage. That's what she likes. She likes flashing titties.
Yo, I know that you feeling the adrenaline. Focus like I was on Ritalin. They flashing their titties. I'm on the stage. They giving me lemons made lemonade. I don't give a fuck what your parents say. Baby girl, you made it backstage. That's dope. She got that quick flow.
I feel like the way she raps it is very good. In fact, I do feel like Rico Nasty absolutely outperformed A$AP Ferg on this song. But I kind of like Rico Nasty. I think she's got, like, serious talent. quirky bars, a good energy to it, and the not give a fuck attitude she conveys really does it, in my opinion, on this very track.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, Ferg though is exactly what he's been. My diamonds is looking like Eminem. Maybach is whiter than Eminem.
You know that I was playing a crack. I do not fuck with the middlemen.
I do not fuck with you little men. And they're just like, okay, it's fine, whatever.
I do like when he goes, I know that you feeling the adrenaline. I got the bad bitches that's Dominican. I Gucci my bucket like Gilligan. I like that. Like his bucket hat is Gucci and bucket Gilligan's Island. I like that. That was nice. Wordplay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I don't know that the song does anything more than be something that's, again, enjoyable to listen to, something that's probably good to watch some girls get fucking naked to, and maybe I want to watch girls mud wrestle to this one. But that's kind of the vibes that I feel like are going on. It's just kind of whatever. I still think this is the best one I've heard so far on this project, so I gave it a 4.35 on 5.
4.35 on 5?
Yeah.
Nice. I do want to talk about Rico Nasty's verse for a minute. The first half I felt like was her kind of expressing where she's at right now. Kind of just being like, I'm rich, I'm doing this, that, and the next thing. But the second verse, the second half of the verse goes, in high school, I stayed with the bad grades, with the weed. I'm smoking A grade. If I had one wish, it's to see you butt naked. But if I'm Ray J, I can show you how to make 100K. But baby, that's on a bad day. I could never be Minute Maid. So it's like it's. I feel like she's expressing, I kept with the bad grades because this is what I did to make it where I am today, as well as rapping and putting in the work. So it was cool. I did enjoy the energy that was come from this track. This vibe was super, super dope. I did give it a 4.2 on 5.
All right. The next one, I think we can call it Plain Jane Attempt 2. Get at me, dog. It's called Pups.
You cat litters, all the yellow with the black, like the woo backs. Back when I was renting beds, I was still.
So I heard this, and instantly I'm like, get at me, dog? And yeah, it's Get At Me, Dog. That's what they jacked the beat from. I think I even heard this when it came out and had the same fucking conversation in Epiphany like a month and a half ago, actually, when they dropped it as a single. Had the same epiphany and went through the same process of being surprised that they used Get At Me, Dog by DMX, now that I think about it. But yeah, that's kind of what they did here. And then they did their own little version of it. They kind of bounce off of each other, so I really appreciate that.
I like how they have that brotherly feel, and they're just like you know, they've been friends for years, and they know kind of like what they're gonna say and how they're gonna go with the bars and the lines. It's really got that like collaborative energy.
Yeah, like, where my dog's at? And then ASAP Rocky goes, we right here, dog. And then Ferg's like, where my dog's at? Right here, dog. That's pretty cool. And then, you know, Rocky does the hook. I said, get at me. I'm talking to you with that rap beef. And then Ferg jumps in, get at me. Ostrich skin seeds like it's acne. Then Rocky's like, get at me. Never tacky. Jeans made by acne. Fuck Governor Pataki and Patakis. To which I found out Patakis are a particular type of shoe that Mr. Governor Pataki got put in state for prisoners, which are not comfy shoes, and they suck apparently. And so ASAP Rocky had these shoes when he was on the inside and therefore did not like them, and that's what the Patakis are. And I think it's cool to be able to say fuck a dude in his shoes in the same line like that, so that was alright.
I like the ostrich line. Like when I clicked on that, when I clicked on the line, the Genius photo popped up. I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like, it kind of does look like, and like just the multiple pimples everywhere and stuff. It was nice how they come up with their like terminologies. This felt really fun. I like how he goes, Ferg in verse 1 goes, it's about to get uglier than Balenciagas. Felt bad I never finished college. Now we fucking cuties with booties and Dapper Dan silk pajamas. Again, kind of staying consistent with the fashion designers. I'm now glad I know who Dapper Dan is.
How'd you know who Dapper Dan is?
Joe Budden's been talking about him, and I just never look him up.
Dapper Dan is all over.
Nope, I didn't know until now. I mean, I've heard the name, but I just didn't know what he was like. Was he a rapper? Was he that? Was he next thing? Now I know who he is. Living the dream once, open up your eyelids, me and Flacco on the island with a few bad bitches. Like, it just feels more of that consistent rapping that he's been giving us.
But like, it wasn't interesting then. It's not interesting now.
Of course. I never said it was interesting. I just like that energy and the way he's being just consistent.
I like the
with
way
it.
but like it's like saying it's consistently not good. I like that he's sticking to his guns. I don't want him to consistently keep doing. I want him to flip it up.
That's fair. I can't save that.
I like all the yellow and the black, like the woo back. So that was one of my favorite lines on this track. ASAP Rocky's verse is pretty good until you get the feeling like Mo Bamba. You guys know the Mo Bamba song? If you don't, it's a weirdly fucking successful song for no good reason. I don't know. It's fine. Like, I don't feel like Rocky's verse is next level. It has a better flow. It's tighter. It's a little trickier. I don't know. If I was busting dishes, I'd be fucking bitches, boof, pack, gift, wrap, just like Christmas. Gone for a minute. Now I'm back. Did you miss me? Had the Harlem World wearing Under Armours under the armors. I'm pretty motherfucking comma. Gorgeous comma. What? I get it. Kinda. Like he's got money.
Comma.
But he's also calm. Well, if you were so calm, you wouldn't have jumped a dude in another country. That's all I'm trying to say. I don't know if we're allowed to go there, but come on. The consensus is if you got bodyguards, you're paying them for a reason. That's why you pay the bodyguards, and you don't jump in. In another country, folks, don't beat people down. You don't know that their laws are going to be okay with you beating them down. And I'm sorry if you find that disrespectful. It's one thing if you're getting like deported because you're British and some fucking government fuckery goes on and you don't make fun of that.
Right.
Dude does something silly in another country and then the United States president uses it to get the black vote in America to bring him back home. That's fucking fascinating to me is all I'm trying to say. All of that, I do believe Trump is trying to get the black vote with that move. But what I thought was crazy is how like A$AP Rocky does the hook, he does all the second verse, and he does most of the third verse. And this is like a lot of A$AP Rocky on this track. They do go a little more back and forth on the third verse, but Ferg definitely does a little bit less of it. And then I don't know, it's all right. They're gonna get rich and be dope, and they're fine. Overall, I thought it was all right, and I gave it a 4.35 on 5.
I give it a 4.2.
All right. We can move on to the next one, which is called Hummer Limo. Oh man, I don't know how to comment on his singing. It feels like he's got some kind of talent to it, but it doesn't really come through as talent.
I liked it. I
feel like it's got a lot. This is the most passion I've heard in him, but like I don't know if I like his singing. And I liked
it. I found it was a nice break from a lot of the rapping. It was interesting to see how diverse
different,
it is. Yep.
So it's not consistent, but like they want to make a porno DVD. Yeah. Like I don't know what to do with this song. It's just him wanting to fuck again.
But it sounds more like he's trying to be like
and this
R&B-ish.
Is Timbaland. How the fuck is this Timbaland making such a boring ass beat?
Beat's not that bad.
It's a pretty boring ass beat to me.
Fair enough. See me with my VV teeth. Yeah, I got LV on my fleece. Like it does stay. His lyrics are consistent in terms of what he's giving us, but I like that he's changing his style and trying to give us something new.
I suppose that's true. It is nice that he's trying to give us a little bit of something new, but what's the recipe? Why you pressing me? My baguettes can't breathe. Spent a check on these Asian girls. They in my section, standing next to me. Me and Timba going brazy. Rappers rest in peace. You ain't killing no rappers with this track. What is this? Is fine. This is not one of my favorite songs on the album, as you can tell. I think in the second verse, we do not up the ante. We continue on, and we just kind of keep moving as he's buying more cars and more girls. And
right.
It's just not that interesting to me, and it doesn't sound great to me either. It just sounds like it's well made. Now, it's more interesting than the absolutely generic starter songs on the album, so I'm going to give it a 4.15 on 5 for having a little bit of personality and soul, because while I'm not the biggest fan of his singing, it's more of a preference thing than saying he can't sing. I just don't know if I like it. It's still interesting to listen to compared to the rest of this album.
I gave it a 4.3. I liked it. I think it was a nice change from what we were getting. I was impressed with how he carries the notes and has a softer kind of side to him a little bit, softer tone side to him. So I was impressed. The verses were well. He can rap. He can give us this. He knows how to build the 16s and the verses. So it was good.
All right, let's move on to one I really think that he really can't sing on, and it's called Ride. I just like listening to this, like, why does this exist?
I don't like this.
I just want to ride with you. I just want to slide up here. I just want, okay, fine. Ty Dolla, Site 99, whatever. He does his thing. It's totally fine. He's kind of exactly what you'd expect from a fucking Ty Dolla Sign little feature on this thing. But then A AP Ferg comes in, and he does this rappy, weird, singy thing, and it is not good to me. You guys may really enjoy it, and if you do, I'm sorry if you don't agree with me. But I think this is pretty fucking not good to listen to. Like, I can tell that there's a lot of effort put into making it done right. The production's really good. The overall, whatever, everything's fine again. Only, like, whereas I don't like it, I do understand how somebody else could feel this is really good. But crap, like, I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't even want to listen to another A AP Ferg album after this, because I'm like, I don't know if I like this. Rough. This is like eating some food from, like, another place that you're not comfortable with, and you're, like, eating it, and you're like, I don't want to say this is bad because it's different and I'm not comfortable with it. Right. But I also certainly don't think this is good because I don't want to eat any more of it. And this song is very much in that range where I feel like I'm supposed to enjoy it until the part where he's like, and like sounds like a fucking seal, and you're like, what the hell is he doing? I don't know what he's saying here. I don't know. Pop you a seal. Want to hit it every time I see your face. You know I hate it every time you're walking away. Come on, dude. We both know you're just talking some shit. I can't stand these vapid little I want to fuck songs that ain't really sound like anybody really doing anything. It's like weak-ass romance. I don't really dig it. I don't really understand it. What kind of a line is she like Jacqueline Onassis? She be getting fleek. We be riding in the drop like the Kennedys. So you cheat on her incessantly. You guys are getting assassinated. Like, I do not understand what that line even freaking means. Because Jackie O wasn't exactly a cool woman. She was a woman that...
Go on.
What?
I could like break down the bars and kind of like understand what he's trying to say, but when you really think about it, like, I'm getting dropped like the Kennedys. Okay, so they're fucking in the car. Like, he's making really risky play on words.
That's a stupid fucking play on word. Like, why would you want to compare yourself to the Kennedys like that?
To be risky.
That's stupid.
I don't like the song, dude. This is the only song on the whole album that I literally
my only went back part to it and is tried that to. At the end, the girl's gonna ride him. Or no, that was a different album. Honestly, no. I was thinking of somebody else.
I was better on my phone. Every song so far has kept me reading along.
This is
and
a 4.
Interested.
This is a 4. It's technically fine. It checks all the boxes, but I don't really enjoy it.
Yeah, I gave a 4 too.
Sorry, guys. I wanted to like A AP Ferg because, you know, rap with the mob. That's a cool song, you know.
Slob on my knob.
Rest in peace to my superior. Do. You know, that one's cool, but this is not that cool. Dreams, Fairytales, Fantasies is the last song on this project. I must be losing my dream. This is fine. The guy who's singing sings and sounds R&B like and does all the R&B moves proper, but has a nice singy voice, right? So he's crooning away, I'm in a dream, fairy tale, fantasy when you're around me. You know, a guy that sounds like that's cool. He does a whole singy verse is cool. And he invites you to bring some friends back because it's always important to bring some friends back. But A AP Ferg sounds like a fucking rapper pounding some girls and shit. You know, it almost sounds like it makes sense as you're listening to this one.
I really like this.
You know, I call you Gata because you're a wildcat. You leave me with a big neck scratch when I hit it from the back. Pillow under your stomach and you like, I'm like, oh shit, I've had sex like that. Oh, this is the first, like, I can believe you fucking sex verse guy that he's done on the whole album.
Fair.
We can go hours, fuck in the shower, pussy devour, foreplay in the kitchen, bend it over the counter. Tastes like candy, I eat it like sour power. You be like in the rough, your body soft as a flower. And you're like, where the fuck was this the whole album?
Bringing to the verse.
Like, it sounds like he just popped some Molly, had the best sex of his life, and wrote this verse. And I'm like, where the fuck was this the rest of the album? This was actually, like, flowing, and everything was really cool to me. I don't know. Second verse does the R&B guy singing. He's fine. He's just an R&B singing guy.
I like that. I like what he says. He kind of like owns the woman. He takes control of it. No. You can bring the. You know you belong to me. You can bring the whole squad plus 3. You don't like to get told what to do, but you like it when I put you on a leash. That's dope.
I admit putting a lady on a leash can be a very fun time.
I'ma bring you on tour with me. You the one for me, and even if you're wrong for me, it's a good mistake. Even when I'm wide awake. I like how
That's not dope.
I'm not saying it's dope. I just like how he's accepting her for who she is and willing to like kind of just be with her. And do
it's
that.
almost like saying, I'm willing to waste your time. I'm going to just paraphrase what he said there. It sounds suaver, but he's really like, I'm okay with fucking you for a while, knowing it's going to go nowhere for my pleasure and satisfaction until it's done.
Okay.
That's kind of what he's saying, no?
Fair, yeah.
And then at least A AP Ferg's doing it proper. Like, this song feels like new pussy, making it gushy. Heartthrob of the project, spandex and a hoodie.
Right.
I'm like, for the first time going, yeah, that's cool. That's consistent with like all the fashion stuff in a way.
Right.
No, it really isn't, because it's spandex in it. Anyway, I like the way he flows out the verse. I feel like the
Rich
energy
spandex.
I don't know. I really don't. Anyway, I like the way this song flows out. I think it's cool. It's short, but it's also well done. It's a pretty cool way to close out the album, because I feel like it gave me something like interesting to listen to and not leaving me on maybe a sadder note. On that note, I do end it with a 4.25 on 5.
I actually like this song a lot better. I gave it a 4.5. I really think it was, for me, it was really one of just the better songs on the album. Like, just how it sounded, the R&B feel to it, the singing on the chorus. Brent Faiyaz did a really great job to me. I like this song. Out of everything on the album, this is a better song for me.
Fair enough. I guess that brings us to the end of this short little return from vacation album review we're doing here. I gave this album a 4.168 on 5. This is not an album I really care if I hear again. I don't think I'd recommend it to anybody. There's just so much better music that's come out this year. This sounds a bit like A AP Ferg phoned it in, copied a few trends, and there was a couple of like enjoyable moments, but there's nothing on this album that I think I've heard that I can't find you a better version of the song somewhere. Like there was the shit that sounded like the Bay Area, where it's like, well, I may as well go put on E40, or just everything he did. It just, none of it sounded excellent. It all just sounded okay, and that isn't really something I would want to recommend to people. So there hasn't been a lot of albums I felt this way at the end of this year. This might be one of the only albums I felt like it is, but it's not that it's bad. It's, I don't really think A AP Ferg tried very hard on this project to impress us. I think he just came in and this just fucking checked a bunch of boxes and he's gonna get paid.
Fair enough. 4.17 on 5. I like the sound overall. I'll play this if like I'm itching for some Ferg, or maybe I'll go back and look for some other music. But like it's not a bad album over it's not a bad EP, at least over in terms of like just rapping. Like, I was having a conversation with my buddy yesterday, and he was asking me the difference between Rocky and Ferg, and I kind of just went, Ferg's a rapper, Rocky's an artist, and I think that's how I want to explain how I feel with this in terms of rapping.
This was barely rapping. I wouldn't call like that rap. This is more.
But I'm just saying, like, this is just like he didn't really give me anything that really opened the box or was different or like.
So then why are we going? This is rapping, like there's some crap shit and artistry is different than that. What kind of dismissive language are you using in regards to hip hop?
He's a rapper. He's a good rapper.
He's an adequate rapper. I would agree that there's not a lot of artistry going on here. If, like I said, to me it felt like he checked boxes, but like I wouldn't, like, the difference between A$AP Rocky and A$AP Ferg is A$AP Rocky has a vision and A$AP Ferg checks boxes.
4.17, guys.
Anyway, I love bad bitches. That's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like to fuck. I got a fucking problem. That's a different album, but I wanted to end with that. Thank y'all for watching. We really appreciate you being here. If you're a bad bitch and, you know, you can let us know. Not that it really matters, but you can let us know if that's what you are. Thank you for watching. You can let us know in the comments how you feel. Let us know if you enjoyed this. It is pretty hot, so I'm feeling a little silly. But yeah, if you do make the effort to leave us a comment and tell us all about how our opinions are garbage and A$AP Ferg's the trap lord of life, I'm happy to hear you out and see why you think that, and you can let me know why this album's good to you. If you liked the video, you can like it. If you disliked the video, smash that dislike. Don't even be afraid. Interactions is interactions. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews either way. And special thanks to the patrons as Milka Dempsey, Chris Prado, Jonathan Barnes, DJ Black, Hurricane, Linda Williams, and Coney Sparks to support what we do. Helped us get a new camera. summer, they're going to start paying for our upcoming website. Freaking awesome. If you want to support us and help us get to that next level for $1 or more a month, you can over at the Patreon. And then if you pay enough, you can get us to review the albums you want us to review. Yay! Anyway, thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Sweat, 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 sweat.